Hi, this is Julie from Machine Embroidery Geek, and today I'm going to show you how to applique a dress that you can buy at Walmart for about $6.48. So the first step in starting an applique project is to prepare your applique fabric. Of course, the size of the applique fabric has to be slightly larger than the size of your design. Applique fabrics of woven cotton material work best. The applique fabric and the garment should always be pre-washed so that they have been given an opportunity to shrink up a little bit. You don't want the applique fabric to shrink after it's attached to the dress. You can see here that I have ironed on a piece of Heat and Bond light to the back of the applique fabric. This helps to prevent raveling as well as gives the back of the applique fabric a bit of tackiness, which helps it stick to the garment. So now I'm turning the garment inside out and ironing on a piece of cutaway stabilizer on the reverse side of the garment in the location where the applique will go. Now, using a disappearing ink pen, I'm marking the center point of the design on the ironed on stabilizer, and this is still on the reverse side of the dress. And before I get started doing the applique, I'm going to remove the paper from the back of the applique fabric. There is actually no need to hoop this garment. What I do is I hoop a piece of sticky back stabilizer, and I hoop it so that the peel away paper is facing the top of the hoop. Then I use a pin to score the edges around the outside of the hoop and peel away the paper to leave the sticky part exposed. Next, I mark the center of the hoop and extend the horizontal and vertical crosshairs on the sticky stabilizer using a disappearing ink pen, and then I just put the hoop on the machine. With the dress inside out, I fold it vertically along the vertical line I drew on the inside of the dress. I line this up with the vertical line on the stabilizer in the hoop, and I also line up the horizontal lines I drew inside the dress with the horizontal lines I drew on the stabilizer in the hoop. I then flatten out the dress and move the excess fabric away to leave the design area exposed. The first round of stitching is a placement line for the applique fabric. When this color is done stitching, I lay the applique fabric over the stitch shape. I flatten it out, then start the next round of stitching. This second round of stitching secures the applique fabric to the garment. When it's done, I remove the hoop from the machine and trim the applique fabric away, leaving only the fabric with the design exposed. I always use applique scissors, and I would highly recommend getting a pair if you don't have them already. When you're cutting away the fabric from the stitching line, be careful not to cut too close. You don't want it to ravel. I return the garment to the hoop and then finish the last round of stitching, which will be the final satin stitching. And this final satin stitching will go all the way around the edges of the design. Finally, after you complete that step, you're basically done. So here's a shot of the finished garment, which I gave away as a birthday gift to my daughter's friend. And I got many compliments, and better than anything else, she loved it. It was personalized for her, and it only cost me $6. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to check out my website for more designs and additional videos.